I'm so glad you can be here this morning on this Thursday. Maybe it's afternoon for you or evening when you've tuned in, but I'm thankful for this opportunity. And today I'd like to go to Romans chapter 12, and we have the great application of the section of Romans, the whole first 11 chapters that deal with salvation and sanctification and how that applies to Israel. And then he says, I beseech you that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. That tremendous call to surrender and to be transformed by God's grace. And then he goes right into the purpose for which we are living. As I mentioned in yesterday's session, one of the keys to getting out of discouragement, to getting out of a negative attitude, is to let God use us to meet the needs of others and to accomplish his will. That just changes the perspective that we have. And that's exactly what he does here. He talks about the purpose for which these believers had been saved and why God was sanctifying them. And we see in verse 6, after he's talked about spiritual gifts, he says in verse 6, having then gifts differing according to the grace which is given to us. And then he goes and lists specifically the gifts that people have as they are yielded to the Lord. Now, friend, it will greatly encourage you to realize if you're saved, you're indwelt by the Spirit, and you have a gift differing from me, from others, it's the perfect gift for your local church. And if you will allow the Spirit of God to work and you will trust him to do miracles in your life, then you will just be encouraged by the reality of God in your life. I have found this to be so over and over, where people get a hold of the fact, I have a spiritual gift. I have a reason to be in existence, and I am part of my local church. By the way, if you're not a committed member of a strong Bible-believing church, well, then this isn't going to work, for this is in the context of being part of the body of Christ. But all of us have gifts. They're differing, and God chooses which ones we have. It isn't our talents. It isn't our abilities. It is a miraculous work of the Lord. And so today, here in this little short message to you, I want to encourage you. Ask God to help you focus in on what he wants to do miraculously through you, believing that he has a gift for you. Communicate with your spiritual leadership, and you'll be amazed how God will make it clear and how he will use you in a wonderful and an eternal way that will thrill your heart and lift you up day by day.